name is Tanya Zaragoza, and I'm going to be doing my travel presentation when I went to San Jose, Costa Rica in May. And my study abroad was through the IVHQ, the International Volunteer Experience, and my project was in childcare. The project was to work with orphan children in a place called Pueblito, which was in Paraíso, an hour away from our homestay. The project entailed working with orphan children and providing essential education and educating and being a positive role model for all these children, making sure that they had all the help and support they needed in regards to their homework, their projects. I truly enjoyed my homestay in Costa Rica. My host lady was named Maria Los Garbanzo Mora, seen to the left of the picture, and to the right is the picture of her home and the homestay we were at. She was one sweet lady, certainly made me feel welcome to her home and to her country, and she always made sure that the students that were also staying at her home and I had breakfast before we left to our volunteer experience at 6 a.m. and dinner was served every day at 7 p.m. She always ensured that we had everything we needed. She always gave us tips on what to do and what not to do, and places to visit, places that she would think that we would have fun, like recommendations, whatnot. But I truly miss her. She's one of the sweetest ladies I've ever met and truly made me feel welcome to Costa Rica. The most valuable take-home message that I obtained of my travel is to never take anything for granted and appreciate everything you have. Just seeing the poverty in San Jose, Costa Rica made me appreciate that I'm fortunate to be able to have a place to call home and never forget the value of family. That family is everything. Seeing the orphan children at Pueblito made me feel compassion towards them, and knowing that most won't be able to see or know who their parents are, that including their brothers or sisters, only made me care for them even more. And to remember that a nurturing relationship with all children are essential for a healthy lifestyle. And it is crucial to always show respect to all people, regardless of their status, race, or culture. The most impactful experience that I participated in Costa Rica is the child project assigned to be able to help educate and interact with children at Pueblito for the 2 weeks that I was there. It's actually my first time ever being in an orphanage, and being able to know some impactful cases of some of these children made me feel empathy towards them. It was a privilege to be able to engage and care for all these children, and I truly felt honored to be a positive role model and to be able to build positive relationship, including with the staff there. My compassion and kindness to these children opened the doors to building trusting relationship, where some of these children were able to communicate their feelings and emotion, and that to me was impactful yet important to me, because I felt I was making a difference, and embracing these vulnerable children was truly a joy to me. Costa Rica's healthcare is known as Caja and is a universal healthcare for residents and citizens. And Caja Costarricense de Seguro Social is what is control of the country's public health sector. And what I found important is that the emergency care is offered to all residents, regardless of person's immigration status. And they do offer public and private health care, just like in the United States. And not to mention that Costa Rica actually offers some of the best health care in Central America. Some social services are offered at Pueblito, where it gives a temporary place to live while the parents of the children living there undergo treatments or go to counseling. In addition, if a domestic situation cannot improve, the children were to remain in the orphanage and hope in the chance for a future adoption. Unfortunately, children in orphanages have a low chance to being adopted due to the extreme poverty in Costa Rica, And comparing it to the United States, children are more prone to be adopted in the United States because those who adopt show proof of being financially stable, which plays a major role in adoption, along with other regulations. My perception of one of the social and health services in my host country is Pueblito exemplifies a great social and health services to children who have no place to go. They offer children and adolescents protection factors under the modality of family and straining their rights and promoting wellness. They promote a healthy lifestyle by feeding them with healthy food items, as well as guiding them in practicing appropriate hand hygiene. They also participate protection and security to all children. They have medical services as well, and ensuring that all children have their immunizations. And if they were to need a doctor would be is available to see these children. And endorsing children to get their immunization is actually a crucial, just like in the United States, and to ensure that children are healthy and protected from all preventable diseases. And Costa Rica has also a low-cost medical care system, in which, like to Medicaid in the US, where health coverage is provided for the low income. One important and interesting, maybe not difference, but what I observed in my host country is that Costa Rican people are so united, and I saw that when the community contributes in helping Pueblito with fundraising and being able to help set up any educational activities for the children to attend, like various sports and cultural activities and various congregations. Pueblito is one volunteer experience that I found particularly interesting, because these children are not being left behind, and they are granted a place where they can call home. They have an amazing staff who are willing to help each child to heal and improve their well-being, and showing them love and lots of care to them ensures protection and is essential to one's health. And what I learned from seeing how the community is united in Costa Rica is that community involvement is essential to have internationally. And by having a community united, we all can learn from each other, and being able to engage and help strengthen the community is essential, and a way to advocate together as well, and to promote the health and wellness of all people, to be able to share any educational resources that are crucial to the health. What I do want the class to know is that if you do visit Costa Rica, is that Costa Rica doesn't have a standardized system of address. The streets aren't named, and they do not have any signs, and the homes don't have any numbers. And that is what I found interesting. So most of the Costa Rica addresses are expressed to the closest community landmark, and you can even get around by Uber, so you don't have to worry about that. But the cheapest transportation, it will be getting the bus. Talking about Costa Rica's culture, Costa Rica has a catchphrase which I loved, and I found myself saying it everywhere during my stay, even after coming back, learning the meaning of it too. Pura vida, you'll find this anywhere you go, and you'll find it, people saying it, and it's just not a catchphrase or a slogan, it's a lifestyle there. The meaning of this is simple life or pure life. You would hear Costa Ricans say pura vida towards anything. A response to hello, how are you, or when things are not working out, saying pura vida will just be a way to cheer you up and not to stress about any situation that is out of your control. And once visiting Costa Rica, you'll truly embrace and experience this positive vibe. Not to mention their food. Oh man, I love their food. Costa Rica traditional plate will entail the rice, side of beans, plantains, and your choice of meat. Not to mention that some of the restaurants there are known as sodas, which is funny because it means like a soda drink, but their prices at some of these sodas are very affordable, and believe me, most of the places that I went were amazing. And I also want my partners to see that once you visit Costa Rica, how green and beautiful it is. And if you do ever go, you have to visit Monteverde and Manuel Antonio. And here are some of the fun activities that we did on our spare time. Enjoy!